This is a truckload of logs that was delivered by one of our local neighbors several days ago. I do not know the weight of this load, but I am sure it was a lot. For those of you who watch my previous videos, you know we get a vast majority of our firewood for free. Hi everyone, welcome to the Burnt Brass Homestead channel. One of our neighbors assists in cutting down trees in his spare time. Although he has a wood burning stove, he has more than enough wood for himself, so he was kind enough to not only offer us the extra wood, but also assist in splitting it. So my neighbor and husband spent part of the day loading the truck with these logs to bring here, and these will be split 3 days from now. So it's been 3 days since the logs were delivered and unloaded on the homestead. Today is the day my husband and neighbor will split the logs into smaller pieces that will fit inside our wood burning stove. It's a nice mild winter's day at about 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 12.8 degrees Celsius. A nice day to split wood with this 27-ton Ram Force Troy-Bilt hydraulic log splitter. It can be operated in either the vertical or horizontal position, but they chose to use it in the horizontal position. This model has a maximum log capacity of 24 inches and can split logs every 19 seconds. Here is another angle of the log splitter. I am not sure if it's easy to see, but my husband is intentionally splitting logs into different sizes. You should notice some pieces are about narrow standard size while others are split 2 to 3 times wider. The smaller pieces are beneficial for getting a fire going and getting the temperature up because they are smaller, so they burn faster than the thicker pieces of wood. The thicker pieces are good for burning wood for much longer periods of time without having to add more wood so frequently. Here is a close-up of the actual size of the logs. While this tree was not very big, these logs are quite heavy. This is a dying oak tree that was cut down a couple months ago. The wood under the brown tarp was from a dying poplar tree that was downed last year, all of which was split the old-fashioned way. And the wood that is sitting on the pallet is oak from our local compost site that we got from earlier this year. As mentioned in a previous video, we get most of our firewood from the local compost site, down trees such as this one, and a lumber yard. I think we spent approximately $60 to $70 on firewood last year, which were wood blocks purchased from our local Amish lumber yard. We have 2 ways of heating our home: the wood burning stove and an oil furnace. The wood stove has served as our primary source of heat the last 2.5 winters. The oil heat is now the backup. The cost to heat the house for the year has dropped from $1,250 to less than $200. Now that does not include the cost of the wood burning stove and installation, but due to the inflated cost of oil heat the last 2 years, the wood burning stove has paid for itself in just 1.5 winter seasons, as the monthly bill to heat this house today is between $1,200 and $1,400 per month for this year alone. It took a total of 3 hours to split the logs. That time includes setup, wood splitting, and the time it took to hitch the log splitter on the truck once the job was complete. That also included the coffee break, water break, and chat time somewhere in between. These two really enjoyed the weather, each other's company, and the time splitting the wood. Guys sure do enjoy their toys. I guess just as much as women enjoy their KitchenAid mixer with the pasta and spiralizer attachments. That's it for this video. If you like the content of this channel, please share it to help this channel to grow.